Shalom. In Numbers 23, Balak built altars twice. Both times, Balaam opened his mouth to curse Israel, and both times a blessing came. Told another man that he should lie. He had blessed, and I cannot reverse it. Balak tries a third time in Numbers 24, but this time, something changes. Verse 2 says, Balaam lifted his eyes and saw Israel encamped tribe by tribe. The rock Elohim, the spirit of the Creator, came upon him. No more seeking of omens, no more withdrawing to their heights. The spirit falls on the Arad prophet to direct him. What comes out of his mouth in Numbers 24 is not just a blessing. It is a vision that stretches beyond the wilderness, beyond Moab, beyond the generation standing in the camp. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. The star shall come out of Jacob, the scepter shall rise out of Israel. Numbers 24 is the chapter where Balaam's mouth becomes a vehicle of something far larger than the contract he was hired. Stay with me. Welcome to Torah studio, where we worship with sax and walk in Torah. Numbers 24 brings the Balaam narrative its climax. After two failed attempts in Numbers 23, Balak repositions Balaam one final time, and this time the rock falls. The chapter contains Balaam's third and fourth oracles, the famous star and scepter prophecy of verse 17. A series of shorter oracles against the surrounding nations, and Balak's final fury, and Balaam's final answer. Like and subscribe, because Numbers 24 has a word for every person who is waiting for the fulfillment of something the Creator spoke over them long before the present moment. Open with me to Numbers chapter 24, verse 1. Balaam sees that it pleased the Creator to bless Israel and does not go as at other times to seek omens. He turns his face toward the wilderness, he lifts his eyes and sees the Israel encamped tribe by tribe. And the rock Elohim, the spirit of the Creator, comes upon him. The third oracle, verse 3 to 9. The utterance of Balaam, the son of Beor. The utterance of the man whose eye is opened. The utterance of him who hears the words of the Creator, who sees the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with eyes wide open. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like palm groves that stretch out, like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Creator, like cedar trees beside the waters. Water shall flow from his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters. His king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. The Creator who brought them out of Egypt is more than like the horns of the wild ox. He shall devour the nations that are his adversaries, and shall break their bones and pierce them with his arrows. He crouches, he lies down like a lion and like a lioness. Who will rouse him? Blessed is he who blesses you, and cursed is he who curses you. So we see that the spirit falls on the hard mouth. The shift in Numbers 24 from Numbers 23 is not just a location, it is a change in the mode of revelation. In the previous two oracles, Balaam went aside to seek a word from the Creator and returned with it. In Numbers 24, the rock Elohim falls on him directly while he is looking at him. He does not seek an oracle, the oracle comes to him. The third oracle is not the product of Balaam's prophetic technique, it is the product of the Spirit of the Creator coming upon a man the Creator chose to speak, regardless of the circumstance of his hiring. The third oracle opens with a description of Balaam that is remarkable for its self-awareness. The utterance of the man whose eyes open, who falls down with eyes wide open. After the road, after the donkey, after the angel, Balaam knows what is to be like, his eyes open involuntarily. He is not claiming spiritual authority here. He is describing himself as a vessel, a man who falls down and sees what is put before him. The opening of the oracle is a a declaration of his own passivity before the Lord. Numbers 24 makes clear that the Creator's word is not limited by the character of the vessel he speaks to. Balaam was hired for money. His alignment was compromised from the beginning, and yet the rock fell on him and produced one of the most beautiful descriptions of Israel's dwelling in all of Torah. How lovely are your tents, O Yaakov. The word that came through was not constrained by the past. Are you waiting for the Creator to speak only through a perfectly aligned vessel? Sometimes the word comes through the most unexpected one, and the word is no less true. The rock fell on the hired prophet, not because he deserved it, but because the Creator had something to say. How lovely are your tents, O Yaakov. Numbers 24 says, the Creator's word is not limited by the character of the vessel. The word that came out was not the perfect prophet. It belongs to the one who sent it. Let's read on verses 10 through to 17. I see him, but no. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. It shall crush the forehead of Moab and break down all the sons of Sheth. Now Balak's fury, and the most prophetic verse in the entire Balaam narrative, verses 10 through to 17. Balak's anger burns against Balaam. I called you, verse 10, to curse my enemies, and here you have blessed them these 3 times. Therefore, flee to your place. I said I would honor you greatly, but Creator has held you back from honor. Balaam's answer, verse 12. Did I not tell your messengers whom you sent to me, if Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not go beyond the word of the Creator to do good or bad of my own will? What the Creator speaks, that I will speak. And now, behold, I am going to my people. But come, and I will advise you what this people do to your people in the latter days. Then the 4th article, verses 15 through 19. Balaam's most expansive and most debated speech. The utterance of Balaam, the son of Beor, and the utterance of the man whose eyes open, the utterance of him who hears of the Creator, and has the knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty falling down with eyes wide open. I see him, but no, but not now. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. It shall crush the forehead of Moab and break down all the sons of Sheth. Edom shall be a possession, Seir shall also be a possession. Israel shall do valiantly. One from Jacob shall have dominion and shall destroy the survivor of the city. Let's look at verse 17. Numbers 24:17 contains one of the most striking temporal markers in all of prophetic Torah. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. Balaam is describing something he can see with the open eye. Star is coming out of Jacob. Scepter is rising, but not in the way it is perceived. The star and the scepter has generated more commentary than almost any other verse in Bamidbar. Numbers 24:17 contains a principle that speaks to every person who has received a word that is true but is not yet. The Creator's word can be spoken over your life before the reality it describes has arrived. Is there a word over your life that is true but not no? Numbers 24 says, "Oh, look, the star is coming out of Jacob. I see him but not now, I behold him but not near. The star shall come out of Jacob." Numbers 24:17 was spoken in the wilderness about something the wilderness could not yet contain. Let's read the last few verses. Verse 20. Now Balaam speaks before Archers against the surrounding nations, verse 20 through 24. Against the Canaanites, verse 21 through 22. Your dwelling place is enduring and your nest is set in the rock. Nevertheless, kind shall be burned. How long shall Ashur take you captive? And against the ships of Kittim, verse 24, ships shall come from the coast of Kittim and shall afflict Ashur and Eber. He too shall come to destruction. Verse 23, the most searching phrase in the final oracle. Alas, who shall live when the Creator does this? Balaam has been speaking prophecies that extend far beyond his present. He has seen the star, he has seen the scepter, he has seen the rise and fall of nations. And in verse 25, Balaam rose and returned to his place, and Balak went his way. The final picture of Balaam in Numbers 24 is a prophet who saw more than he bargained for. He came to curse and left, having spoken 4 oracles of blessing and destiny. The word that came through him was larger than the contract, larger than Balak's fear, larger than the immediate horizon of the wilderness. When you receive a word from the Creator that is larger than your current circumstances, what do you do with it? Balaam spoke it, wrote it into record, then went home. The word stands whether the prophet stays or goes. Verse 25. Balaam rose and returned to his place, and Balak went his way. 2 men who encountered the Creator's word over Israel up close, one as its vehicle, one as its intended adversary. Both left the high place of Pisgah unchanged by what they witnessed. Balaam spoke the word and went home. Balak was defeated by it and went home. The word remained. The final verse of Numbers 24 is one of the quietest endings in all of Bamidbar. Balaam rose and returned to his place, and Balak went his way. 2 powerful men, both of whom had been at the center of one of the most dramatic prophetic episodes in the Torah, and both of them simply leave. The oracles, however, remain in the text. The star out of Jacob remains. The blessing remains. The word is not taken back when the prophet goes home. Balak's interpretation of events that the Creator held Balaam back from honor reveals the core of his misunderstanding throughout Numbers 22 through 24. He treated the word of the Creator as a product that could be purchased, relocated, and aimed. The Creator treated it as a sovereign declaration that goes where he sends it and says what he intends, regardless of the outcome. Balak leaves without the curse he paid for. The blessing he tried to prevent is now written in the Torah. The word the Creator speaks over your life is not cancelled when the people involved in its delivery move on. Balaam went back to his place, but the oracles remained. The star prophecy remained. The blessings of Numbers 23 and 24 remain inscribed in Torah. Numbers 24 says, the word outlasts the vessel, outlasts the adversary, and outlasts the moment of its delivery. It stands, it remains. It still points to what is coming. Balak went home, Balak went his way, but the word remained. The star out of Jacob still in the text, the blessing that could not be reversed, still standing. The Creator's word outlasts everyone who encounters it. Numbers 24. The vessel goes home, the word stays. Numbers 24 is the chapter where Balak's strategy finally ends, not with a curse, but with four oracles of blessing and destiny, a fired prophet, and a star that is still coming out of Jacob. Four things this chapter gives you. Let's look at that. The Spirit falls on the hard mouth. The rock fell on Balaam, not because his alignment was perfect, but because the Creator had something to say. The word that came through was not Balaam's. It was not limited by the vessel. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob. The star that is not now is a word worth reading and studying. Who shall live when the Creator does this? Balaam's final question before he went home. When you have seen the Creator's movements in history clearly, the correct response is not casual, it is awe. The word outlasts everyone who encounters it. Balaam went home, Balak went his way, the oracles remained, the blessings remained, the star remained. The Creator's word is not cancelled when people involved in its delivery move on. Question Numbers 24 leaves you with, is there a word the Creator has spoken over your life? A star that is not yet, that you have stopped holding because the not now has stretched longer than you expected? Thank you for walking through Numbers 24 with me. Like, share, and subscribe and don't miss Numbers 25. Israel commits idolatry at Baal Peor. A plague breaks out and Pinchas makes the stand that stops it. One of the most dramatic chapters in all of Bamidbar.